Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are fine and doing good with your online studies. On request of many students, I am making this video of notes of chapter number 2, that is Nutrition in Animals. I hope you will like my notes. So please do like and subscribe my channel. If you have gone through my previous videos and notes of chapter number 1, you would definitely be knowing what is nutrition and what are nutrients. So in this chapter, let's begin with 5 stages or 5 steps involved in the process of nutrition. The process of nutrition in any organism, it consists of 5 steps. The steps are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion, and the meaning of all 5 is given clearly on your screen. Let's start with nutrition in human beings. Human beings have well organized proper digestive system for the digestion of food whatever they eat. Human beings have a complex digestive system. Digestion in human beings, it takes place in a long muscular tube that begins at the mouth and ends at the anus. This long muscular tube is known as alimentary canal or gut. The parts of alimentary canals are there shown on your screen. Alimentary canal, along with some glands such as salivary glands, liver, pancreas, that too help in the digestion of the food. This makes a complete digestive system. In human beings, digestion of food starts in the mouth itself. The mouth is the opening of the alimentary canal. Food is taken in or ingested through the mouth. The opening of mouth, also known as buccal cavity or mouth cavity. In buccal cavity, teeth and tongue, they help in digestion of the food mechanically, whereas saliva secreted by the salivary glands helps in the digestion of the food chemically. Throughout our lifespan, we get 2 sets of teeth, temporary teeth and permanent teeth. The difference between 2 is written on the screen. In our jaw, we have 4 types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Their number and their function as well written on the screen. After this, please do make a structure of a tooth with proper labeling. For this, you can refer your book or you can take help from other resources. Then do write about the tongue and the important functions of the tongue. After that, write about salivary glands. 3 major types of salivary glands present in our buccal cavity are parotid, submandibular and sublingual. You know the watery fluid present in our mouth, that is known as saliva, and saliva is secreted by salivary glands. Saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase which works on the starch and breaks down starch into very simpler form. Saliva also moistens our food that makes it easy to swallow down. Next, digestion in stomach. Once the food is chewed and digested in mouth, it comes down to our stomach with the help of pipe known as food pipe or esophagus. The continuous wave-like action of esophagus pushes down the food to our stomach. The continuous wave-like action of esophagus is called peristaltic movement or peristalsis. In our stomach, both mechanical and chemical digestion takes place. The walls of the stomach continuously contract and expand, creating a churning motion to break down the food, and this is mechanical digestion in stomach. Whereas the inner wall of our stomach has glands that secrete mucus, dilute hydrochloric acid, and the enzymes that can digest proteins. Hydrochloric acid kills the germs that enter our stomach along with the food. Mucus protects the stomach lining from its own hydrochloric acid, while protein digesting enzymes helps in breaking down of protein into its simpler form. Next, digestion in a small intestine. A small intestine is the longest part of our alimentary canal. But just because it is very narrow, it is called a small intestine. Major digestion and absorption takes place in a small intestine. As soon as partially digested food enters from a stomach into a small intestine, it receives secretion from other glands such as liver and pancreas. Liver, which is the largest gland in human body, it secretes bile juice which help in digestion of fats present in our food, and pancreas, they secrete pancreatic juices which further break down carbohydrates, proteins and fats into simpler substances. Intestinal juices secreted by the walls of a small intestine further helps in breaking down of complex nutrients into their simpler form. After complete digestion, complex carbohydrates present in our food are broken down into sugars, proteins are broken down into amino acids, and fats are broken down into fatty acids and glycerol. Once the food is completely digested, then it is absorbed in the small intestine. The wall of a small intestine has millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi. Villi helps in absorption of digested food. These villi are richly supplied with blood vessels. They absorb nutrients and transport them to different parts of our body through blood. After the nutrients are absorbed, they are carried to each cell in the body by the bloodstream. This process by which the absorbed food is utilized by the body is called assimilation. Then, the part of food that is not digested or absorbed enters the large intestine, which absorbs some water and salts. The remaining undigested and unabsorbed material is stored in the rectum until it is thrown out of the body through the anus in the form of feces, and this process of throwing out undigested and unwanted material from the body is called egestion. Next, nutrition in ruminants. First, you should know what are ruminants. Grass-eating animals such as cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, deer, giraffes, etc. are called ruminants. Nutrition in ruminants is somewhat similar to nutrition in humans. It follows the same 5 steps. But their stomach is not same as ours. They have more complex stomach. Stomach in ruminants, it consists of 4 chambers: rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. How the food moves from their mouth to different chambers of the stomach and then finally to anus is all shown with the help of a flow chart on your screen. Next, nutrition in the amoeba. The amoeba is a single-celled organism that does not have a regular shape, but it also follows the 5 steps or stages of nutrition that humans do. The amoeba lives in water and feeds on plants, animals, and other organisms that live in the water. It has feet-like extensions that help it to sense the food. It has feet-like extensions that help it to catch the food. These structures are called pseudopodia. The pseudopodia surround the food particle and join together to form a small space called a food vacuole. The food vacuole contains digestive juices that help to digest the trapped food. The digested food is absorbed and is used by the cell for growth, repair, and reproduction, and the undigested and waste material is thrown out of the cell. Ingestion and egestion in the amoeba can take place at any point. It has no mouth or anus. Finally, there is a last question shown on your screen. This you will do by yourself. Go through the notes carefully, and I hope this will be really helpful for you.